Hey there everyone, Rick Ucchino back here once again for SK Wrestling to break down another really good edition of Friday Night SmackDown. This week's show saw 2 title matches, including some championships that changed hands, a new #1 contender that nobody saw, and hope. Hope, guys. Let's get right into it. Let's start right there with the good, the bad, and the ugly from this week's Friday Night SmackDown. We'll start with the good, and guys, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. Shinsuke Nakamura, after I had finally just given up all hope that he would do anything meaningful whatsoever in WWE for the rest of his time there, they go out and they do something like this and pull me back in. My dude had a Kofi Kingston level momentum builder of a match. He defeated Rey Mysterio, King Corbin, and Daniel Bryan clean in that main event gauntlet match. The only reason he's not the #1 contender right now for the Universal Championship is because Roman Reigns and Jey Uso did not want him to be. I don't even care that he lost. This was truly meaningful booking, which we haven't seen for him since he lost the Intercontinental Championship. Heck, I bet you didn't even remember that Shinsuke Nakamura was the Intercontinental Champion, did you? Did you? That's right, you didn't. He also won the United States Championship too, by the way, if you had forgotten that. Anywho, back to truly meaningful booking. I think we saw a face turn here, guys. Shinsuke Nakamura shook Daniel Bryan's hand after he beat them. That is not something he would do if he was still a heel. So maybe now we're getting something different with Shinsuke Nakamura than what we've seen over the past several months. More importantly, he now has an axe to grind against Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, which means those 2 or 3 might be getting involved with one another moving forward, and that is never a bad thing for anybody who is getting involved right now with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. Well, except for maybe Adam Pearce, who, shockingly, is now the #1 contender for the Universal Championship. The WWE official had his first match in 6 years. He did beat Shinsuke Nakamura in the finals because Roman Reigns decimated Shinsuke Nakamura. Jey Uso knocked out Adam Pearce. They threw Pearce on top. He got the 1, 2, 3, and now he will face Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. This was a decision that really kind of split the WWE universe, especially on the Smack Talk post show that we do here on SK Wrestling. It seemed to be split right down the middle. A lot of people genuinely hated this booking decision. I'm actually more than okay with it. This was genuinely really good storytelling on Friday night. The whole thing kind of gave me Pulp Fiction vibes. Let me explain. You know that scene with Sam Jackson where he's scaring the hell out of the guys who are eating hamburgers for breakfast right before he shoots them? Well, that whole thing with Roman Reigns, that whole opening sequence with Pierce, all that was missing was him rattling off Ezekiel 25:17. Early in the show, he was sending a message. He was trying to scare the man, trying to get his attention, setting him up for the big fall at the end of the night. That is just really good storytelling, and I will take that every time. Roman Reigns continues to do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, to whomever he wants, and I'm all here for it. Moving on, we have new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and I'm actually okay with it. And I say that as a massive fan of the Street Profits. The truth is, their 10-month reign as champs had to end at some point, and it might as well have been to Ziggler and Rude because, well, had they lost again at another opportunity at regaining those tag team championships, they would have had absolutely zero value as a tag team on Friday Night SmackDown. They needed to be booked as a serious threat, and they are now that they have the gold around their waist. Also, this match was just absolutely incredible. Arguably the best title defense that the Street Profits had in their entire reign as Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They also didn't look bad in defeat at all. They are showing now their first sign of adversity in months. It's time to see how they respond to it. Finally, on the good, Sonya Deville now appears to be an authority figure. Not sure how I feel about that. If I'm honest, I need to see more, so I will reserve judgment for a later date. But nevertheless, Sonya Deville is back on my TV screen, and that's always a good thing. Moving on to the bad now. Sami Zayn was in that gauntlet match in the main event. Barely, for about 8 seconds. He spent more time talking about how much of an injustice it was that he had to start the match than he actually spent in the match. Zayn was distracted by his own camera crew that he assigned to capture the conspiracies against him. He missed the opening bell, ate a dropkick, a 619, and a splash, and lost to Rey Mysterio. Okay, so Sami Zayn is currently, believe it or not, in one of his best runs in WWE since being brought up to the quote-unquote main roster. His character work is absolutely phenomenal. He plays his role perfectly and is genuinely entertaining at it. I just wish WWE would supplement that by letting him showcase his wrestling ability. He is one of the best wrestlers on the planet, and booking like we saw on Friday just robs us of seeing that. And finally, the ugly, I gotta go with Scrap Daddy. Yes, I know I had his victory under the good category this week. I'm not talking about his win in the gauntlet match. I'm just talking about what his victory means. Adam Pearce is going to get destroyed by Roman Reigns. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but one day soon, most likely at the Royal Rumble. And when it happens, it is going to be ugly. And I will probably enjoy every second of it, because I'm just that kind of guy. That's our video this week. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give us the old thumbs up there, and make sure to subscribe to the SK Wrestling YouTube channel for more content like this, plus exclusive interviews like my chat with Finn Balor. You can search that here, and so much more.